The company that I did my social innovation project on is the Barefoot Challenge. The Barefoot Challenge is a nonprofit organization that seeks to raise awareness of the types of public restrooms the disabled are being changed in. And you can kind of see in the background here one of the photos of someone who has a child that has a disability, and he's having to lay out something on the ground to help him in a public restroom because these public restrooms aren't clean and there's nowhere to change them. The photo on the left is showing an example of a type of changing environment that would be better for the disabled. And the social issue that this organization seeks to fix are the situations in the restrooms. And this quote is from a company called Change, and it says, "Thousands of people with physical and or learning disabilities cannot use standard disabled toilets because they cannot walk or stand." And the woman who wrote this said that her son has cerebral palsy, and she felt like these actual restrooms that were meant for disabled people were nice restrooms, but then she realized that that disabled people can't even use them because, like this quote says, they can't walk or stand. And that makes it really hard because as the caretaker, it's their job to do this, and in a public restroom, they don't have the right tools to do it. And so the Barefoot Challenge has done a few different social media campaigns and other things to gain awareness. And one of these, the most popular one, is the hashtag Barefoot Challenge. And they had many people take pictures of their bare feet in their bathroom floor, even at their home or even in a public restroom, and to kind of show what type of floors that these disabled people were being changed in. And they also did a campaign where people actually walk around barefoot for a day and encourage others to do the same thing, and just realize how dirty that the floors are, and especially public restrooms, how dirty that those floors can be. And there's a petition called change.org that the Barefoot Challenge works with. And this petition is, it says, make it a law for county councils to put changing places toilets in all town centers with a bench and hoist for severely disabled people. No more changing on public toilet floor. And this petition is specifically for the UK, which is where this movement kind of started. And over 39,000 people have signed, but the goal is 50,000, and it's currently not a law, but there have been lots of improvements made in this type of. And so the Changing Places toilets, that's the actual one of the companies that actually makes these toilets, and they work with getting the toilets in those public places. And the Barefoot Challenge works with them, or I guess wants to raise awareness for this company who is actually creating these things to help fulfill the social issue. And the different things that these Changing Places toilets have are the right equipment, enough space, and a safe and clean environment. And these are the goals that the Barefoot Challenge has to better serve the disabled community. And the impact overall is that there's over 1,000 registered Changing Places toilets in the UK as of October this year. And the Changing Places campaign began in July of 2006. The Barefoot Challenge organization only began in November of 2015. They have 857 likes on Facebook, and they've since 2015, I think that they've had about 300 to 400 more toilets registered since the Barefoot Challenge. And it's hard to really say for sure if they contributed to that or not, because the Changing Places campaign has been going on since 2006, and over time they've gotten more and more toilets registered. So my recommendations for improvements are that the Changing Places expands the social innovation for disabled people, not just in the UK, but to other countries as well. I know lots of countries probably have this issue. I'm pretty sure that in the United States this is an issue, and they've done a really good job at making it really big in the UK, but I think that it could expand further than that. As for the Barefoot Challenge organization, it really helped their impact grow, because they have only been really in existence for 3 years, but I think that they could have a much bigger impact than what they have, and I think that they have gained a lot of awareness with their social media campaigns, but I think that they could probably do more. And especially, another recommendation that I had is a better webpage. And all that they really have, it was kind of hard to research their company, because they have a Facebook page and they have the different participants in their campaigns, but they don't really have much more than that. And I think that having an actual website or a web page that someone can go to and learn more about them would really help start their impact and to improve their goals. And my recommendations for the actual scaling of the impact are that I think that the Barefoot Challenge should actually have a link on their webpage to the petition. Right now, you kind of have to jump through holes to get to that petition. But if they had a link directly on their site to get to the petition, they can actually track how often someone who is going there from their site is signing the petition. They could also see how many new toilets are registered since the movement. I said this is 300 to 400. But they can really look back and say, oh, they had 100 toilets every year before us, and now they're having 300 to 400 toilets. And that would be a much more efficient way, I think, of scaling and tracking. And I think another thing is just to track how many social media posts use their hashtags, and track how many views their post gets, and how many new followers that they get, likes, things like that. Those are my sources, and yeah, I think that the Barefoot Challenge is an interesting organization, and but there's more that they could do, and that is it.